This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hello everyone. It's a very good morning to all. In last session, we discussed about click event completely, I believe, and we discussed about event object also. Very important. So wherever you go, in any event function, just especially in JavaScript, here we have welcome function. This function is binded to an event called onClick. So if the function is binded to an event, this event object will automatically available into that function. We don't want to pass it as any parameter. Normally, you can write something, your own function, and try to print some value inside of it. That won't work anything for you guys here. Event object is automatically available for every event function. What is an event function? Welcome is the event related function. Why I am calling like this? Because this function, welcome function, is attached to an event called onClick. It may be any other function or whatever it may be. Yeah, this is what exactly we are saying. And one more thing, we are able to understand how can we bind the data to an element. That's what we seen. By using inner HTML property, we are able to bind the data to this main div, as well as we are able to bind the data to the section element. So on click the button. If you want, you can do onload the button also, but there are some events are there. We will all together, we will check. Right guys. Now the next thing, we have some more events called mouse over, mouse out, and mouse move. Let us see how these are going to be works for us. Events2.html is the file. I'm creating one more file. Now you can see this is, so we don't have any script here. I'm just going to take only one div. I don't want this button also, right? Let us see. This is going to be the simple thing. This is the main div. I don't have any other here. Let me do one thing. For this main div, let me set some height and width also. HEIGHT height is going to be 400 pixels height. First run this file. I'm not writing any JavaScript code here. And if you can see, this is what exactly the border is there. Na? The border inside is the main div actually. That is the outer div. Okay, very nice. Now you can see this is the main div which is not having anything. For example, if you can take some paragraph tag here, the paragraph tag will be displayed on the screen, right? Some. Now you can check this. Some is displayed on the screen. Okay, but I don't want to take anything inside of it. This is going to be an empty div with nothing, with id main, and the title is also not required. But if you want to manipulate anything, yeah, you can manipulate something, but I don't need any title here. Just there is a div, and it is exactly the thing. The container div contain two elements. One is h1, one is a div with id main. That's all. We don't have anything. Now you can see there is an event called mouse over. What is an event called? Mouse over and mouse out. On this div, when I'm hovering the mouse, I want to execute some logic. When you are removing the mouse, I want to execute some logic. Can you see? On mouse over. What is the event here? On mouse over is the event. Where is this? Is on mouse over is the event. On mouse over equal to what you want to do exactly. I want to call some function, right? Okay. Let me do one thing. Show coordinates. I'm writing simply a function, don't worry. Function name could be anything, guys. That is of your choice. Remember, this time I want to pass a parameter to this also, guys. Do you know we can pass a parameter also here? That is also valid, right? If you want, you can do something that is also valid, guys. Here, for example, if you want to pass anything high to the show coordinate function, we can pass a parameter also, but in the click event, we are not passing any parameter. But right now, this is okay now, right? On mouse over. Now you can see on mouse out, there is an event called mouse out is an event. Let me take this also, mouse out events. Remove coordinates. First of all, when I am hovering the mouse, I want to display the coordinates on the screen. When we are removing the mouse, I want to, on the div. For example, now you are in the div. I want to log the coordinates. When we are out of the div, I want to clean the main div. I mean, I don't want to print anything on the main div. Let me press F12 and I want to check this. Do you have any errors or not? Now you can see I'm just refreshing the page. I don't have anything. Can you see my mouse is out of the box? Now I'm moving my mouse into the box. Can you see there is a function called in the right side? There is a function name. Now you can reference this uncaught reference error. Show coordinate is not defined at HTML div element on mouse over. On mouse over on the div, you are firing a function show coordinate, but that is not defined. But what we did here, you can see what we did here. We just declared the function only. Now you can see this when I am removing the mouse from this. Now see, now I am cleaning the console. Hovered error is coming. When you are leaving the mouse, error is coming. So this function is called when you are entered into the div. This function is going to be called when we are leaving the div. I'm my mouse I kept on to the div. It is called I removed the mouse from the div. It is going to be called the function. Now why we are having errors? We have to write the same thing as. Can you see now here? I have to define two functions. Show coordinate is a function. Try to see. This is very important, guys. One more function I'm defining. Show coordinate. What is the one more function we are having? Remove coordinate. Remove coordinate is the function. Exactly, you can see. Show coordinate and remove coordinate is the function. Now you can see exactly. I cannot see any error now. You can hover the mouse, there is no error. You can remove the mouse, there is no error. Why? Because the functions are declared. Sir, what we can do exactly here with these functions? Right, you can see I told you these are the two methods which are related to an event. What is the event here? Mouse over is an event, mouse out is an event. Both are the event. The both events are having a function called show coordinate, remove coordinate. Now inside of it, let me write this console.log event. I'm printing the event object. I told you event object will come automatically to the event function console.log. I'm going to print the event when I am hovering, when I am removing event event. Now you can see event object is going to be called two times. Now I'm hover the mouse. Can you see event object is logged? Now when you are removing the mouse, event is logged. When you are hovering, when you are removing, hovering and removing, like this the event is going to be fired. Exactly, you can see. No, on hover I want to add some background color. Remember guys, on hover the div I want to add some background color. After that I want to remove the div. Exactly, how can I do this? So got my point here. When I am hovering the mouse, add some background color. When you're removing the mouse, do some background color. Now you can see guys exactly what we are going to do. First of all, the div element we want to get the information. So how can we get this information for the both the functions? I'm taking a global variable here where div ele equal to, you can take any variable name, right? So document dot get element by id. First of all, you want to do any manipulation, you want to do anything, first you have to get the element na by id. The id is going to be main is the id. Okay, on hover, see both in the both the elements, both the functions, we can access the div element. Now I'm just printing, try to see. You can able to access the div element in the both the function. When I'm hovering, you can see the div is accessed, right? Now when you're removing also, hovering div, the div is getting accessed. I mean, we are getting this into outside, not inside the function. Why? Because this is the variable is required for the both the function. That's why I taken outside. If we can take an inside a function, because that is a local variable. If it is a local variable, we cannot access inside some other function, right? So the scopes also we will discuss, guys. Don't worry. At the end of this session, these events, I will discuss the scopes of the variables also, right? So here, if you can check this, this is exactly the thing. Now, how can we design the element, guys? I will show you three ways here. I mean, three ways in the sense the finding the element actually. But don't worry, designing is only one way. Now there is a div. Now you can see, guys, this is predefined. Yesterday, div ele dot inner HTML, right? Inner HTML is equal to we return welcome to JS, something we return. Now when we are hovering, now you can check this. Now you can see welcome to JS is added now. When you are removing, I want to remove this. Now nothing, simply what you can do, div dot ele dot inner html equal to empty. We don't want to do anything. Now it will be clean. Now when you are hovering, it is printed. When you are removing, it is gone. Hovered, remove, hovered and remove. Like this background color also. Right now you can see. I want to add background color. Remember, background color in the sense that is CSS. But are we going to write any CSS for it? No, I don't want to write any CSS in the style tag or anywhere. Now you can see I'm not going to write here. The style tag I don't want to touch. On hover, we are adding, how we are able to add some element or some text to this. In the same manner, I want to add some design also for the main div. This is the paragraph tag I just taken. Now when you are hovering the mouse, paragraph tag is added. When you are removing the mouse, paragraph tag is gone. No, I want to take something called h4 tag. Okay, let me take something called bold. Yeah, you can take this h4 tag. You can add a group of elements also, guys, not only one element. Here I am adding only one element. If you want, you can add a group of elements also. Take a div, and inside the div you can take 10-15 elements also. Everything will be appended on the inner html to the div. So this is okay, guys. To add, we know, to add some text to an element, to an element, we can use inner text, only text, plain text, if we can want to add. Now you can see, to add html or text to an element, so it may be anything, we can use inner html property. This is the thing. So by using this property, we can add html, we can add text as well, no problem. So we can take anything as here. This is valid. Okay, great, completed. Now to add some styles to an element by using JavaScript, we have a property called style is the property. Element dot style dot property equal to what you want to do. Exactly, guys, this is what you need to check it carefully. Check this. Inner text is the property for adding some text. Inner html is the property for adding html as well as text. Now style is the property. How we written this inner html, just now we seen, right? So now you written something like this, div ele dot inner html equal to something you added. This is what you added now. In the same manner, the style is also going to be added, div ele dot style dot property, css property, property property equal to value. You have to add something like this. This is a way of adding style to an element. For example, I want to add some background color. Now you can see, div ele dot style dot property name. What is the property? Background color, right? Background color equal to, I want to take something called red. Then what happened? Red color will be added to the particular div. But here, this is, I told you, every element in JavaScript is an object now. So object properties should not have hyphen symbols. If you have hyphen symbol, that is invalid. Every property should doesn't contain hyphen symbol. Okay, in this point of time, if you can write this, it will be gives an error. Now you can see, always in CSS, always in JavaScript, whatever the CSS property you want to add to an element, in this you have to take background hyphen remove. After that hyphen, what is the character you're having, that you have to make it into capital letter. So this is the valid way of adding some styles. Okay, now you want to add border radius. Now you can tell me please, div dot ele dot style dot border radius, border dot style dot border border radius r capital, guys, this is very important. R radius border radius, I just want to equal to 10 pixels. I'm taking something like this. This is a way of adding styles to an element. Now let me go there and let me come to your file and let me check this exactly how we can add style to an element. So 1 minute, the editor structured. Okay, now you can see, yeah, here, div dot ele dot style dot property background color. Remember, if you can add this, this is going to give you an error. I will show you. Red I am providing you, red red. Now you can check this, it's going to give you an error. Can you see? Invalid left hand side assignment. We cannot do like this. So now you can make it exactly, make something like this. Now you can see you cannot having any error. Can you see, do you have any error? Now when I am moving the mouse, now you can see red color is added. Now you can see this is a way of adding style to an element. Now refresh the page. When you are hovering the mouse, color is added. When you are removing the mouse, I want to remove the color. So now what I want to do guys here, the same property you can collect here and you can add this here, right? This is going to be none, background color none. I don't want to add anything. When I'm having, when you're removing, oh, it is not going guys. Why? It's not gone. Uh, inherit, inherit, let me write this inherit, added, right? What is the meaning of inherit guys? Anybody? I added this property called inherit. Actually I didn't use this property in CSS anywhere, but I'm using this now called inherit. What is the meaning of inherit? Inherit in the sense, actually for this current element background color is red. Inherit in the sense, who is the parent element of this div? Parent element of this div, this is the div. The parent element of the div is container. What is the container background color? Now you can go there. The container background color will be inherited to this main div. That is the meaning of this inherit property. Okay na? Right. So we can do, now you can see when you're hovering, when you're removing, hovering, removing, hovering, removing, everything is getting worked. And the text is also added guys. Can you see? The text is also getting added exactly. Now this is how the things are going to be works for us. Hovered and removed, hovered and removed. So you want to add one more property called background color also. Now you can check this. I'm just going to add one more property called background color. We added, sorry, border radius. Okay, let me go with div dot ele dot style dot border radius, radius, border radius equal to, I'm taking 10 pixel. Okay, like this 10 pixels I'm taking. When you are removing this, I want to remove the border radius also 0 pixels. Border radius is not required when you're out the mouse. Now you can check this. When you're hovering, can you see the border radius is added? If you still want, you can make it as a 25 pixels, 30 pixels, okay, no problem. Now you can refresh the page. Now you can see border radius is added. Now remove the mouse, it is coming to the same position. Actually, what is the default that you're having, that you're getting to the same when you're hovering and when you're getting something like this, right? So this is how we can design an element also. Now how these styles will be added, do you know? Will you see this is the DOM? This is the main div. Now you can see this is your mouse over div actually. This is the main div. Can you see when you're hovering, you can see there are some styles are going to be added. Now you can see when I'm hovering, okay, first of all you can load the page. Now you can see this is the id main, mouse over is coordinate, on mouse out is remove coordinate, and we don't have anything here. This is nothing. When you're hovering, can you see there are some additional styles are going to be added? Can you see guys here? Can you observe that right side is the DOM, style equal to background color red, border radius 30 pixels is added now. That is going to be JavaScript style. Remember carefully. What are all the styles you are adding to an element by using JavaScript? This will be added as an inline style. Remember, that's what very, very important. That is going to be added to an element as an inline style, guys, right? Every styles in the JavaScript, if you are trying to add a style to an element by using JavaScript, that will be added as an inline style. Okay, this is very important. JavaScript can do anything. This is what exactly this can do anything. Later I will show you how can we create classes, how can we bind the classes also. Don't worry. So after in the DOM I will explain you very clearly how can we add some styles to an element, not styles, some classes. I want to create some classes in CSS. On load the page I want to add those classes, or I want to on click the button I want to add the classes to the element. Let us see how we can add that too also, we can discuss guys, right? So this is the way of all the CSS properties. Right now how many properties you are having, these properties are going to be added like this. Okay, one doubt for me, sir, if I want to write a 10 properties, for example, I want to write font size. Then again, you are going to write this something called font size. Okay. Now you can see, guys, this is very important. Font size you written. I want to write margin top. Okay. You are writing something called margin top. Something like this you written. So like this, we are writing the styles. For example, if one element contain, this is all about one element only. If it is one element, sometimes one element contain 10 properties. Definitely you have to write all these 10 times like this now. So it is only one element. If you have 30 40 elements and every element is having 30 40 styles, then how many number of lines of code we have to write, you have to hard code the things. And in this point of time, we have to look for a solution. So what is the best way? So we are adding individual properties like this. Every property we are adding with value. Sir, how can we group all the properties in one line, sir? See, can you see guys here? What are all the things I written here? Now I'm going to write in a short-handed way. Can you see? There is another property called, try to see. For adding this div dot ele dot style dot, there is a predefined property called css text is the predefined property equal to, we can write all the styles here. But in this point of time, we don't want to follow these rules because it is a plain text we are adding, right? Now you can see here we can write background color as it is. This way we have to write in this property. For this property, we have to write background color as it is. Now you can see this is going to be red semicolon. What is the next one? Border radius, BORDR, border radius. You have to write like this only in this point of time. You cannot write like this, 10 pixels, something like this. Now you can check this. The same, whatever you written here, I'm commenting them. So you written like this, right? So if you have two styles, okay. But when you're having 10, 15 styles, this may be not the solution, I believe, for you, right? So this, now you can see the same, whatever you written, I'm removing them, I'm going to add like this. Right now you can see this is also will works for you. Background color is going to be inherit, same we can write this inherit, and here border radius is going to be 0 pixels. Now you can check this. This is, let me make this as a 30. Now you can refresh the page. If you can refresh, now you can check this. I'm refreshing the page, guys. Try to see. Added now. Background color is not added. Why so? Background color red. Oh, what happened? Why this is not added? BACKGROUND. Background color red I added. So what is the problem? Border radius is applying, but this is not applying. Let me refresh the page. What is the problem? So here only it is giving you border radius only. Background color is not coming. Why? What is the reason? Is there any spell mistakes? I don't know. Let me write the property. Background color colon red.
N is
Okay.
missing.
Let
Ground.
ground
N.
GROUND. Oh, somewhere I did. Okay, yeah. GROUND background color. Yeah, maybe the spell mistake. That's why it is not working. So now you can check this. Things are working properly for us, right? So exactly here in this also, no background color inherit. Okay, no problem. So I'm just going to take this. Now you can check this. Everything will be works as we expect. Not only this background color, just I'm giving you an idea. We know there are a lot of properties in the CSS. Every property, if you want to add to an element, what is a major property? Style is the property, right? To add some element, so we can use inner HTML. To add some text to an element, we can use inner text, and to add some styles to an element, we can use the style property. Style is a predefined property, guys. Inner HTML is also predefined property. Inner text is also predefined property. So at least some hot on hover on doing something, we're able to add the some styles. We're able to add some element also. Welcome to JavaScript, we added now, right? This is exactly we did. So okay, great. Now you can check this, guys. Now one more scenario. Actually, I written the methods as coordinates, but I want to log the coordinates. I want to display the coordinates on the screen. Let me go and let me create a file with the events 3.html. Events 3.html is a file. Now I'm just going to take the same functions, nothing difference is there. I'm going to remove all the code, right? So now you can see this scenario is a little bit different, guys, this time. Okay, same story. On hover, on mouse over, we have the functions, okay? But can you see sometimes these methods have some parameters also. Can you guys tell me? I am going to add a parameter to this called this. I am going to add a parameter called this. Anybody please tell me what is the meaning of this? So this means current element. So already we seen in an object, right? How can we access one object property into another object, another method by using this dot username something in the object session. I believe we seen this is the file you have. Can you see how we are able to access this name property into the following method by using this? I told you this is current object. Now what is the meaning here? You are passing this as a parameter, right? This means a current element. What is a current element? This is the current element. Now you can check this. I'm taking a variable called ele parameter. I'm passing. You can take any variable here, no problem. Now console.log, can we see I'm passing ele? When you're hovering, now you can see, you can go to this, check this. Now you can refresh the page. Oh, this is a different file now. All right, it is event3.html, right? Let me run the file. Now you can just go and check this, press F12, and can you see guys in the console what is going to be happen? I'm hovering this. What are you able to see? You are able to see the current element now. This is all the current element. Already we are able to get this now. Now you can print this also. You will get the same guys, nothing difference. Now you can see div ele and ele. I am passing. I mean, if you are passing this parameter ele for the current element, we don't want to write this now. But you can see both are having the same guys. Now you can see I hover. This is ele. This is div ele. This is div ele. This is ele, guys. Exactly. So this is how we can add the things. So what is the meaning of it here? This means current element. If you can pass like this, we don't want to write this statement actually. Now, whatever you can do, for example, if you want to add some text by using this, only we can add it, guys. Can you see? Now I'm writing ele.inner HTML. Simply we can take like this. We don't want to write document.getElement by ID every time. If we can pass this as a parameter. Now you can see I'm writing welcome on mouse over. Now you can see welcome is added on the screen, right? Exactly. So this is how we can add something. If you want, you can design it also. Now you can see ele dot style dot background color. Now you can see I'm just going to add background color equal to red, something like this also we can add. Both the things will be works for you. You can do like this, you can do like this also, whatever you want. Okay, now, right? What is the meaning of this? Sometimes to the event functions, we may need to pass some parameters also, and based on the parameters, the function should get executed. So we know parameterized function. Why we will pass a parameter to a function? I want to execute some logic based on the parameter you passed. If you are not passing parameter, I don't want to execute some logic. See, because of doing this, we are avoiding this earlier written document.getElement by ID. Now, this is what we written. Now we are not using this because we are passing the current element here. The same element now. This means the current element, Andy. That's very important. You have to remember this. You have to got the clarity. So this means the current element. Here, this means current object. Remember carefully. In here, you are in the scope of an object. You are in the scope of an object, but here you are not in an object actually. You are in an element. This is a div is an element. In this element on mouse over, you are passing that current element on which element you mouse over that element you are passing as a parameter to the show coordinate function. On which element you are removing the mouse, that element you are passing as a parameter to the remove coordinate function. This is what exactly the meaning of this keyword. Some people will use like this also. By the time, don't get confused. What is this? What is this is and all. You don't get confused, right? So this is how we can add and remove an element from the DOM. Okay, fine. Now this is the purpose of this keyword. Now I want to log the coordinates, guys. Can you see? I'm writing here. I told you, right? For every event function, event object will available automatically, right? Let us get the event object. Yesterday we seen I logged the console.log event. So you got the event message. Now you can check this console.log. I'm just printing the event, guys. Event is a predefined object. Remember carefully. This is a predefined object. Right now you can see when I'm hovering, can you see a event object is printed in the console? This is different. Remember carefully, guys. This is a current element, but event is a predefined object. This is also predefined object. This means this is always holds the current information. Event is always holding the current event information. What is the event? At where you place the mouse exactly on the screen? at what coordinate. When you are placing the mouse, you press the control key, shift key, alt key. So everything will be information, every information will be logged into the following mouse event object. Now you can see, right? So I didn't press I didn't press any alt key, I didn't press any other guys here, right? So we are able to see something like this exactly. There is a property called mouse over. Sorry, what is the type of the event? The type of the event is going to be mouse over is the type. Yesterday we seen click is the type of the event. We can see the coordinates also, guys. Here the coordinates, x coordinate and y coordinate, client x and client y, where exactly you kept mouse on the screen, at what position you kept mouse on the screen. Also we can see something like this. Right now you can see what I am going to do exactly here. So we are able to, the event is a predefined object, event dot client, client x, okay, event dot client y. Just I'm going to print the x axis and y axis on hover. Now you can see what happened. 577 is the x axis, 315 is the y axis. Now you can see I'm taking the mouse in the left side corner, just left side corner. Now you can see x axis is 68, y axis is 100. Now you can see this is how the coordinates are going to be logged. Just if you can hover, right, now you can see this is what exactly na? I want to print these coordinates in the following div. Actually this div is empty, we don't have anything in the div. Now I want to print x-axis and y-axis on the following div. So, and one more thing guys, you can tell me, I will tell you one more scenario here. Current element, now you can see console.log. Now you know one thing, if you can print ele, now you can see element is printed now, right? Element is printed because that is this. If you can print div ele, now you can check this div ele, you can check this. Now you can see both is going to be printed. Now you can see both time element is printed. There is other way also guys here, by using event.target also, right? Event.target, target is also property. This is available on event only, current event. Now you can check this. If you can mouse over, can you see all the three times you are getting this element now, same element you are getting. So but remember, this is going to be used if event object is available, and we are getting this by id, and we are getting this as a by parameter. So I mean there are a lot of possible ways to get the element you want to manipulate, but any one you can use, all are not required. But why I'm telling you all these scenarios, you know, sometimes people may use this, sometimes people may use this, sometimes people may pass as the parameter called this. If it is a this, whatever the variable you taken, in this the current element information was available, so we are getting manually by using its id. So there you have to see this is an id. So otherwise we can get event.target is equal to something, also we can get it, whatever it may be guys, the same properties and all, everything is same. Now you want to add properties, now you can check this guys. This is all, we are logging all the information. Now you can see, now I am writing ele dot inner html equal to inner html equal to, I am writing welcome. On hover, generally welcome is printed. No, I don't want to print this welcome, I want to print the coordinates. Now I am taking this as a paragraph tag. I want to take this as a x-axis. I want to take a concatenation operator here, plus plus, right? In this I want to take event dot client x. Remember carefully, event dot client x, what it will give you, it will give the x coordinate. It will give the x coordinate. Now you can refresh the page. Now you can see x coordinate is 708, right? Now you can go there. Now and y axis also, y axis axis, y axis colon, again I'm using concatenation operator, event dot client y. Now you can see this is exactly the way of adding something on the screen. This is inner html, I'm just adding some dynamic values to this. On hover the mouse, now you can see, x-axis is 549 and y-axis is 368. Now I'm overing the mouse again. Now you can see the values are changing now. Now you can see when I'm out, I'm going to add the coordinates. Now you can see the coordinates are changing every time when you're moving, when you're adding, and the coordinates are getting changed. Okay, great, this is well and good. But when you are coming the mouse out, now I don't want to anything to display. I want to clean the message. That's why I'm writing inner HTML is equal to empty. Now see, when you're hovering, coordinates are printed. When you're coming, coordinates are it is cleaned. Now you can see when you're hovering, when you're out, something like this. But on hover, you are getting the exact coordinates only. Sir, when I am moving the mouse on the screen, continuously on the screen, the coordinates should be logged. In this point of time, what we can do, we have a function called mouse move is the function. I used mouse over, na? Not mouse over. Now you can see I'm using mouse move is the function. Now you can see the mouse move. When you are moving the mouse on the screen, now you can see the coordinates are continuously changing. Can you see? This is the mouse move. Maybe some kind of animation stuffs also. When you're moving the mouse, based on the mouse move, on the same thing should be get adjusted automatic like this. Now you can see now the coordinates are getting changing, right? I think you're able to see these coordinates are changing when I am moving the mouse. When you're removing, when you're hovering, when you're removing, when you're hovering, something like this, the coordinates get changed. So you can see I added mouse over, right? You can take mouse move also, no problem. For the same function, you can take for one more event also. Now you can see I'm adding the same function for mouse move also, guys. Can you see? This is going to be mouse move. The same function I'm adding to the following element also. Now you can check this. When I'm hovering, nothing will happen, guys. It will be the same automatically. Mouse move. What is a mouse over? Just you hover on it, event will be fired. That's all. When you are moving the mouse, it doesn't happen anything. When we are removing the mouse, then what is going to happen? Automatically, this function is going to be called. Exactly. So these are the some methods are there. I mean, some events are there to add an event to an element. Mouse over, on mouse over, what you want to do. On mouse out, what you can do multiple jobs, guys. Here, I use it like this now. You can go like this, or you can do like another way also. Na, we have another way. Now you can see div ele like this also we can add it now. So you should know all the possible ways, guys. That's why I'm writing this. Now you can check this on hover. Still it is working. Otherwise, we can add like this also. What is the other way, guys? Here you have. So event dot target dot inner HTML also we can add it. Event dot target dot. What is the meaning of? That's why earlier I printed ELE I printed, div ELE I printed, even the target also I printed. Even the target means the current element. Now you can check this. I'm refreshing the page. Can you see? You're getting the same. You want to design this? Yeah, you can design this also. Event. Event means current element event. That is what exactly. Event. Remember here on which element you are firing the event. That is called event.target. So for example, by using this event.target, can I get h1 tag? So here you have a h1 tag. Na? Can I get this h1 tag by using event.target? No. On this h1 tag, you are not performing any kind of event. On what element you are performing the event? I am performing an event on the div element. So the div element information only available in the event.target. It is not related to somebody. On which element you are performing the event, that information only available into the event.target. Earlier you designed, right? Now you can take the style dot. You can see this is the way of doing, guys. Here background color event dot target dot style dot background color equal to red. I'm taking something like this. Now you can check this. Things will be works for you properly. Now you can see when I'm hovering, background color is added now. Background color is added. When I'm removing this, I want to remove the background color. Now the same you can take this. You can write like this also. ELE dot style dot background color. Now you can check the same. Background color equal to empty. I don't want to do anything. Now you can check this. When you're hovering added, when you're removing it is gone. No sir, I don't want to add like this. I want to add event dot target dot something. Yeah, you can add it, no problem. Event dot target target dot style dot background color. Anyone. I mean, different people will write the code in different ways. I don't know. Sometimes I will write like this, you will write like that. But don't get confused. Why he is writing like that? Why we are not writing like this? Something like may have confusion. But what is the meaning here? Event dot target and ELE and div ELE all are same, guys, here. But we are getting extra one line. But in this point of time, if you can pass ELE as a parameter to this current element, so the ELE having current element, and on which element you are mouse hovering and which element you are mouse leaving, that is called event.target. So we know event object is available for every function automatically, and we don't want to pass to any function. Event object is inbuilt for the event function, for not other functions, guys. If the function is attached to an event, event object is available there automatically. Yeah, so this is all about our mouse event, guys. Here, right, tomorrow I will discuss about keyboard events. There are two events, actually three events will be there. One event is deprecated, I think. On key down is the deprecated, and key press and key up. How can we know on which key you are pressing and all? That we can see in tomorrow's session. And try to practice this, guys. Here there are a lot of things are there, but slowly, not only now, it is not completed yet. When I'm discussing DOM, you can find more examples with the same events again. Don't worry about it. Just I'm giving you an idea what is an event, when an event is going to be executed, and what situation you want to use this event on. Hover, no, you are adding colors, right? Sir, I want to add these colors, I want to add everything on click the button only, sir. Yeah, you can do that too also, no problem. But you're doing something on hover. No, on hover is not required, sir. On click the button I want to do, sir. Logic is same. On click this, you can find you can bind this function for on click event. The logic will be executed and logic will be attached to the screen automatically. Guys, slowly try to practice this JavaScript. Slowly we are going into somewhat deeper maybe, but any doubt you're having, you have to ask us, guys. Okay, this is very important, right? I'm stopping the session for the day, and tomorrow we can continue about the click event, keyboard events, right? Any doubts you have, let me know, please.